guys, so we're continuing on from where I left off. And like I said in the previous video that I just posted, and it should be, when you're watching this, it'll be uploaded by now, that we're talking about how I don't have much time left to finish the introduction to this cookbook. Now, I want to let you guys know, before I continue reading, is that I may or may have not mentioned in another video that I do have a second cookbook right over here. Actually, this cookbook looks more like a book than like what you make food and stuff. So this one's going to be a lot more challenging. It's going to be a lot more reading. And yeah, we're going to focus on this cookbook a different time. And let's get back right into it. Woo! Okay, here's what really matters. Managing your insulin levels is a more effective way than counting your calories. You can manage your insulin levels by watching your daily sugar intake. Let me be clear with you guys. Sugar, as some people say, is poisonous. The reason for that is because it's not actually as healthy as it is because they make it in a certain way that they add other ingredients. Sugar is not sweet, just letting you guys know. It's not. But here's another thing. Sugar also has a lot of carbs in it. And this is where they have other substitutes instead of using actual sugar. We're going to talk about that in a different video on how that's going to work. Anyways, like I said in my previous videos, like, comment, and subscribe if you came here from TikTok to watch this video. Managing your insulin levels is more effective than counting calories. You can manage your insulin levels by watching your daily sugar intake. When you eat refined sugar, guys, listen to this. Refined sugar. Refined sugar is not healthy for you. 100%, like cookies and cakes that have refined sugar store-bought is not good. Like, it's really bad for you. This is the biggest reason why you should control your sugar intake. Your sugar intake is simple. When you eat refined sugar, your body produces more insulin, which is appropriately named for its fat-storing hormone. Similarly, you should also control your carb intake, as carbs such as challah, which is like the braided bread, but that's like the bread we don't eat on Passover, Pesach, just by the way. Bagels, muffins, white pasta. White pasta is like refined flour, not like whole wheat, not that. Pastries and baked goods, desserts, are also converted by your body into sugar. By keeping a good tab on your sugar intake, you can manage your insulin and blood sugar levels. Now, be aware for this little paragraph that I'm reading right now. This is a friendly reminder to people who have diabetes that sugar is you have to make sure your sugar levels are safe. Keep a good tab on your sugar intake. You can manage your insulin and blood sugar levels, which will ultimately help you shed any excessive weight. There's no way around it. If you consume the traditional carb-laden diet, you will not lose weight and keep it off. In the end, counting calories will not only lead to failed attempts at weight loss, it will ruin your relationship with food. Putting yourself on a very rigid, controlled diet is exhausting, unrealistic, and obsessive. If you just want to listen to what your body's telling you, you will eat what will truly satisfy you, and your body will do its best to regulate your metabolism and keeping your weight at bay. Just eat real food and focus on high-quality ingredients and give you satisfaction. Okay, guys, we just finished chapter 2. We are now beginning to start chapter 3. I'm just going to look at this quickly. Let's see how many pages we have to go. Ooh, we have a lot more to go, guys. A lot more. This introduction seems like 8 chapters. Guys, we're on chapter 3. That's crazy. We have 5 more chapters left in this annoying cookbook. And believe me when I say this, it's a ton in this introduction. And trust me, guys, when you watch this right now, I understand if you're bored of this watching. I will reveal in a different video some personal information about me on why I chose to do this. But right now, I'm only focusing on the boring introductions. And right before I start making recipes, guys, I reveal this personal information. I personally do not like sharing this. I've shared this to a few people who actually understand and know about it. And let's just say I have been told that it's better for me not to share this personal information, but I want to share with you guys this information personally so you guys know. Because this is for people out there who are in my situation. Let me be clear. For people who are in my situation, who are actually on or starting this diet, I want you guys to understand what life is for people like me. Obviously, I haven't started it yet, but you guys are going to see that coming up soon. And at the end of the day, guys, I want you to let you know that this is judgment-free. This is honestly probably not going to be with other people. This is just a personal channel of me. If you guys want me to add other people to this video, by all means, I can't make any guarantees, but there are going to be certain videos that might get a little personal for me, and I don't want any comments on those videos that I'm going to post. And also, let me be clear, some of these videos these videos are only going to be on YouTube, so if you want to watch these videos, you can only go on YouTube. However, I might put this video that I'm talking to you guys right now at. I'm going to be putting this video if I have enough storage and stuff or enough room. I might post this on TikTok because apparently you can make a video up to 10 minutes. So I don't know how long this video would take. I don't know if I'm going to post this video on TikTok, but I might make a TikTok video which will lead you guys to go and watch my videos. I will tell you guys right now, these videos that I'm posting and talking to you guys about are not as interesting at the moment, like I've said in a million other videos. If you guys want to see my other channel, right now it's just reaction videos and basically politics and like Middle East stuff. It's not really American politics. It's more like, you know, the Israel-Palestine conflict. Like right now, I'm sorry that I'm getting off track with what I'm talking about, but at the end of the day, if you want to go watch that right now, they're just reaction videos. However, over time, I might change my content on that one. The one I'm talking to you guys on right now is for this purpose only, for ketogenic modified Atkins diet only. That's what this video is about. This is what my channel is focused on. However, like I said, my other channel, you guys can watch. It's my name, but number 2, you could go welcome and watch my videos over there. And while we're at it, let's go and continue with chapter 3. A big fat lie. Why science is wrong about fat. Guys, listen to this interesting, what I just read. Did you guys know that not everything in science is true? Well, here you have it. When it comes to health, the truth is, not everything in science is true. There's many things that are not very true all the time about science, unless there's evidence to prove it. That's the reality. Anyways, let's continue with chapter 3. Bubby was right. Bubby is Yiddish for grandma. She used to cook schmaltz. Schmaltz is Yiddish for chicken fat. We know what you're thinking. Schmaltz is horrible. In my opinion, it's disgusting. But other people, they might like it. But for me, yuck. It's going to cause a heart attack, right? That's what they say. But let's find out what the cookbook has to say. Wrong. Keep reading and you'll discover Bubby was correct all along. We've been told time and time again that fat is the enemy. You guys heard that before, right? This is the biggest lie of the food and health industry. Not only is this fat phobia completely unbacked by science, but consuming fat is actually necessary if you want to lose weight. This may come as a surprise to many, so it goes against everything we've been told about the role plays in our diet. But more and more studies suggest that people who eat high-fat diet have significantly lower likelihood of becoming obese. I want to make a comment on that before I continue reading. People claim there's this propaganda thing saying that in the United States there's a hunger problem. Actually, fun fact for people who don't know this, the United States is one of the most unhealthiest countries in the world. They have one of the highest obesity rates in the world. You guys could go look it up on YouTube, TikTok. And if you don't rely on this, go on Google and look it up. I can promise you, AI, ChatGPT, go look it up anywhere. I can promise you right now, America's one of the unhealthiest countries in the world. It might be one of the strongest countries in the world, but when it comes to health, it's one of the worst countries in the world, guys. I want to be clear. It is the most unhealthiest country. There's not a famine here. And people who are saying the Hamas narrative is also a lie, by the way. But that, again, that's for my other channel that you guys can go watch. But here's the reality. There's no hunger in the United States. It's like 000. There's an obesity problem. Additionally, there's no evidence to prove that high-fat dairy foods contributed to a risk of obesity and heart disease. Anyone who says that, you've been debunked with this lie. In this chapter, we will talk about why is your fat and not your enemy. We will also teach you the truth about fat. Big clue, it's good for you. However, before I continue, guys, also about this, did you guys know that not all fat is healthy? Let me be clear. Not all fattening stuff is healthy. Let me give you examples of what's healthy fat. Whipped cream, butter, cheese, avocados, olive oil, mayonnaise. Meat. Was it protein? Fish? I don't know, to be honest. Anyways, let's continue. Sorry, where am I? We've been talking. Completely unpacked. This may come as a surprise as it goes. Oh, okay. In this chapter, we will talk about why fat is your friend and not your enemy. We will also teach you the truth about fat. Big clue, it's good for you. Now, a closer look into fat misconception. As obesity rates were rising in the late 70s, because in schools they gave McDonald's and fast food restaurant food, researchers began to looking for the cause of this new health threat, and they blamed cholesterol as the culprit. Governments took measures by introducing the first national dietary guidelines to encourage everyone to trim their daily fat intake to about 30% of their total daily calories. More particularly, consumers were encouraged to limit their consumption of saturated fat from red meat. Red meat is like steak, and dairy products like milk, eggs, and cheese to no more than 10% of their total calorie intake per day. Since then, doctors and dietitians have very found of recommending a low-fat diet despite the lack of scientific evidence to prove that eating less fat translates into fewer cases of heart disease and obesity. You want to lower obesity before I continue, guys? Stop eating junk food. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to target any names in particular, but guys, listen. You want to lose weight and you don't want to have to go to the hospital, you guys not only need to work out, you guys need to pick better food choices for people who are obesity if you want to lose weight. Shots are great, but there are better opportunities, and that means starting to cut out sugary products. Just by the way. One sec. To no more than 10% of their total calorie intake. Sorry, 1 second. Food manufacturers, I'm sorry guys, if I say words wrong, please comment how to pronounce them, because my reading is okay, but it's not great. So anytime I read something wrong, please put it in the comments. It would mean a lot. Thank you. Food manufacturers also rode on the anti-fat bandwagon and began selling everything in a low-fat version. Excuse me. The problem with the anti-fat crusade is twofold. Not only is 30% an arbitrary number, there is no known scientific evidence providing the increase of consumption of high-fat foods leads to higher levels of blood cholesterol. Even when governments strongly encourage drastic cut in fat intake, it has not solved society's heart health, or weight problems. In fact, obesity rates are at all-time high, as is heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and stroke. The fact is that fat found in foods does not influence the cholesterol reserves of your body. In fact, roughly only a third of the cholesterol from foods becomes part of circulating cholesterol that can potentially build up in the heart vessel. Simply put, fat is not the culprit. Okay, guys, so I'm going to take a pause and we're going to continue with chapter 3 possibly tomorrow. Anyways, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you have been watching my videos. And I'm out.